Here we go right here. May 10th, 2024 on his Gregorian calendar, Magneto's pause. Magneto's pause. This monitors the dome that supposedly protects us from harmful solar radiation. So I'm going to sit this just like this and let you look at it for a second before I start to go in. So right off the bat, you see the pressure from the daytime side, which is over here, the pressure on the dome. This is your dome. That spaghetti strap right there from the North Pole to the South Pole. Daytime side of Earth is over here, which means the sun is over here. Look at this pressure right here. Look at the dome. Look at how the pressures up against the dome, squeezes it down. And then look at the nighttime pressure over here, expanding the dome like an umbrella. It's like an umbrella. It's closing and then pushes right back open. Closes, pushes right back open. Look at this energy. Look at the colors in the energy. Look at the red, the yellow. Look at this right here, enveloping the entire planet. Look at that. And you don't think this is going to have residual effects regarding weather anomalies, regarding the crust on the Earth? And the crust on Earth is called crust placement disorder. Crust placement disorder. They mentioned this in 2012 or the day after tomorrow. One of them, Woody Harrelson, is 2012. Woody Harrelson mentioned this. When the crust on the Earth is so soft that when it starts to shift, that, things start to break down. So you got all of this water. This is what the water is. The water is saturating the crust of Earth. Then you have all of the temperatures, the neutrino beams, the ionized particles. These right here are heating up the core of the planet. That's why the ocean temperatures are so hot. So right above your head, you have your, again, like I stated to you before, right above your head on Earth, you have your troposphere, and then you have your stratosphere, and then you have your mesosphere, and then you have your thermosphere. So your thermosphere, which would be considered right out here, where this orbital track is at. That orbital track right there, those dots, has this satellite and this satellite. These two satellite, Goals 18 and Goals 16 satellite right here, that monitors solar radiation only. So look at, once again, take a good look at this. Energy from the daytime side, pressing against the dome. Energy from the backside is pushing the dome open like an umbrella, closing and opening like a lotus flower. And this is happening with every living organism on the planet, not just Mother Earth. So now we move up to this solar wind. Solar wind velocity, the speed of the cosmic particles that are coming from the sun. Now the sun determines the speed based upon the coronal hole in the sunspot, the release of energy. So right here, again, Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side. So the sun is over here. The nighttime side is over here. This bow shock that you see that is red right here, that is being bent back, that is the same as the Magneto's pulse. But in this image, in this graph, it's just picking up solar wind. So first and foremost, look at the energy that's already pressed up against the dome. Look at that energy that's already pressed against the dome. But this is not monitoring the dome. This is monitoring the solar wind. You look over at the solar wind speed. Solar wind speed gets all the way up to 690 695 kilometers per second equals how many miles per hour. You can Google and search that up and it will tell you, and that's how fast. So it's well over 1,000,000 miles per hour that's coming to the earth. And you can see the energy that's already pressed on the dome, and then you have a double shot of energy as you see these colors right here change. This is a double shot of energy that is hitting the dome. So you already have energy, cosmic particles hitting the dome, and then you have another load of energy coming right behind it at the same time. So again, sun is over here. All of the arrows represent solar wind. These arrows should hit the dome, some of them should hit Earth, and then they should travel out into space. They should travel out into space. However, when you look at this row right here, you see these arrows right here don't even turn facing the other direction. They don't even face going out that way. As you can see, these arrows right here are continuing facing the planet. So what's back here on the nighttime of Earth that is sending equally amount of energy as our sun in the sky? What is on the nighttime of Earth that is sending the same amount or just as strong, equally amount as strong as energy to the planet as the sun in the sky? Is it the red and blue Kachina that I've been showing you many a times on my phone? Is it that? Huh? Is it that? As we just sit back and look at this energy, whatever's sitting back here, they're doing a hell of a job to cover it up. However, universal law tells us that they have to show you this right here. And because we don't pay attention on these instruments right here, we don't know what's going on with the sun and our planet. However, other races of people, they know this. They have been watching this, and guess what? None of them can dispute or even give an explanation on this energy right here on the backside of the planet. Nobody can give an explanation on that. Nobody can give an explanation on this energy on the backside of the planet. Not one. No one can give an explanation on how much radiation is around the planet at this time either. You know why? Because they don't want to talk about that. Because when you can't naturally biosynthesize, when you cannot create sunlight into chemical energy, then you'll make movies like vampires. I'm afraid of the sun. Pause. Here we go, my people. Now, let me just let y'all know I am doing this video exactly at 5:07 a.m. in the morning. 5:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Gregorian calendar in the morning. So here we go. Let's just starting with going backwards. It says May 10th right here at the bottom. As you look right here at the bottom, you see May 10th and you see May 9th. We're going to focus from the 9th going into the 10th. That's all we need to focus on. But I already told you, my people, you see that right there? Where the C flares at? I told you already, there will be no more C flares. You will get some C flares, like I told you. I'm not going to sit there and say you're not, but I'm going to let you know right now, we are in the Malcolm X stage, baby. We are in this area right here. We are in the MX stage, Malcolm X, believe that. And it says that this is a no-no. This is where you get Malcolm X at. I'm just telling y'all, y'all don't know. Everything is already preordained. This is where you get this from. Y'all better understand the game that is really being played amongst us. And once you realize this, and I'm not saying Malcolm X was an agent or none of that, but I just want you to understand something. This is a game. And once you start to wake up and realize it, you will no longer participate in it. Trust me when I tell you. So here we go right here. So you have the Gold's X-ray flux right here. This is just recently, as I'm speaking, this is currently happening. You have a X5, X6 flare. You have 1, 2, 3. 3 X flares. 1, 2, 3. 3 X flares, and we just recently got a major X5, X6, like a 6 or 7, between a 6 or a 7 flare. Just got this. And these particles, I told you, these charged particles separate the electrons from around the atom, which protects the atom and exposes the atom. It is removing the neutron from the atom. And this has nothing to do with us, my people. I just want you to know that. Just so that I'm going to show you what the difference is between us and them. And I'm going to speak about that more clear because I am getting downloads from this. We produce atoms. We're not the same as these people, just so that you know. So anyway, you had 3 major X flares, and look at all the M flares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 M flares. 7 M flares and 3 X flares with a major X6, X5, 6, or 7 flare. I'm not sure if that's a 6 or a 7. It's between a 6 or a major. And you telling me this is the only residual effects is affecting astronauts, satellites, radios, telecommunication. This has no residual effects on a human phenotype, physiology. It has no effects on that. That is a outright and total lie, and you and I both know that, because if it didn't have an effect on it, they wouldn't spend so much time spraying the skies and coming up with plans to try to keep us or try to put you inside the house. What's wrong with y'all? This is going to be worse than 9/11 because they got to get us in the house, and you don't want to, and a lot of people don't want to accept that. They want to get you in the house, and then when you're outside, they want you to be in fear to be outside. And then now you're going to be in fear to be outside? With the war that's going on, as well as other life forms, you're going to see other shit on the planet. Abundance and gratitude to you all, my people. Pause. Let me check the Schumann residence real fast. Okay, my people, here you go. These are sunspots that they don't want to show you, and they don't want to talk about. I told you these sunspots have the ability. Earth can fit inside of that. These sunspots have the ability for all M flares and strong X flares, high M flares and high strong X flares. This is going to open up more. This is opening up. This here is coming around to Earth. These sunspots right over here, these sunspots over here are turning and coming towards Earth. This one is facing Earth now as we speaking. This is turning towards Earth right behind each other. There will be no breaks, my people, and this is only going to intensify the weather. And not only that, it's going to intensify the changes regarding our anatomy. And again, P36 deletion syndrome, that chromosome is going to be removed, and that chromosome deals with neurological functions. If your brain is not functioning at its high capacity, you are going to result into, you're going to be doing things that look like animal, look less than an animal. And it is what it is. It's already happening. Cannibalism, stabbings, beheadings, waking up and just slaughtering your whole entire family. I done made it very clear. The most dangerous place for us right now, for us race of species, is to be amongst these species and to be amongst our species as well. So all this shit talk about coming together, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit about coming together. Our people are more dangerous than some of the complex cell organisms. I am letting you know. Listen, that's why people keep talking about, when they watch my videos, always fear mongering. Wait, hold on. First of all, nobody lived in more fear for no fucking reason than the so-called black woman and her children. Do you not understand that it was a fucking law? Like, it was a law. White men was so arrogant. Asian men, Arab men was so fucking arrogant when it came to buying slaves, when it came to raping women, when it came to raping children, when it came to practicing on black children. And y'all want to talk about fear because nature has said enough is enough, and the sun has said enough is enough. Y'all want to talk about fear? No race of species, no woman and child has lived in more fucking fear for no reason at all. The only ones that are in fear, people that are lack of knowledge and lack of preparedness. And lack of the genetics that's required to move into the next age. Those the only ones that the fuck are in fear. Other than that, This is celebration time. Get off my page with you fake fear ass people, when really the only reason why you in fear because you ain't prepared genetically or mentally. Abundance and gratitude.